Hi, I'm Mark Newman, archaeologist for the National Trust in Yorkshire and North East region, and today, Tuesday the 12th of June 2012, I'm carrying out a watching brief during works to a field wall at Hotbanks on Hadrian's Wall. As Hadrian's Wall is a World Heritage Site and a Scheduled Ancient Monument, we need legal consent before any works of this sort take place on the site. We were granted the consent by English Heritage, and now Heritage Consolidation Limited are carrying out the wall repairs for us. Basically, we're dismantling this field wall and replacing it. Its significance is that it's on the line of the original Hadrian's Wall. It's not Roman work, of course, but a lot of the stone that's been used in the walling was taken down from the Roman structure and reused, probably sometime in the 17th or the 18th century. The purpose of a watching brief like this is to make sure that anything interesting that comes out of the wall in terms of carved Roman stone, for example, is spotted and recorded. Also to make sure that we are genuinely taking down relatively recent field wall material and not going down into any surviving part of the original Roman work. The distinction is usually made by the fact we start to see mortar in association with Roman remains, whereas the field walls were constructed without the benefit of mortar or cement. They're what we call dry stone built. The wall has dismantled the superstructure of the walls that are failing down to a point where the stonework is in a better condition. This is generally the wall foot, the bottom one or two courses of stonework. Occasionally it's necessary to take these out as well, and that work's done under my direct supervision to make sure that we're not hitting any significant archaeological deposits. The back of the wall is really just an accumulation of rubble, itself held up by a bank of earth, scraped up from the remains of Hadrian's Wall again. In one or two places it's possible to leave sections of walls standing where they are in good condition, and that'll help give texture to the finished wall when the walls have finished their work here, so that the whole thing doesn't look shiny and new to too great a degree. Once the wall's been dismantled, it's then over to the wallers to restore it. We're adopting build style, laid roughly to course, reasonably evenly to course, with the squared stones, mostly derived from Hadrian's Wall, used to form the outside face of the wall, backing onto an earthen bank. Quite unusual method. Here they are, the guys doing their stuff. All this, of course, doesn't have any archaeological impact, so I'm not normally here to watch it. But they've just made a start today, a good opportunity to see what the work looks like. This is a really good example of the sort of things that can come out of a relatively mundane sounding piece of work, watching wallers dismantle the wall. It's given me the opportunity to really think about this landscape, and I'm finding all sorts of new, interesting things in it. One of the big questions is why the line of the wall here should diverge so far from the ditch in front of it. The Romans generally built this with about a 16-foot gap, and it widens up to about 50 foot by the corner here. This is some detail of Hadrian's Wall that no one's really thought about before. One possibility is that the field wall isn't actually on the line of the Roman defence at all. It's some later rebuilding, and that's something I'll have to think about a bit further. I've also had an opportunity to look at how the other embankments and wall footings in the landscape, probably relating to 18th or 19th century allotments, fit into the sequence, and I'm starting to build a really complicated understanding of how Hotbank developed. It's by looking at details like this that fascinating stories of our landscape become revealed. And it's great to have the prompt, a little job like a watching brief,